Hello friends and welcome. Today in this video I want to show you how to deal with an Enigma off lane. It can be a bit of a frustrating lane. You can see he's already denied the range creep and he's just going to keep doing this, and because of that he'll bounce the wave up here eventually and he'll just keep there as long as he wants it to be there. That can be really tough to deal with and it can be a really annoying lane. So I'm going to show you how I handled it this game. I ended up picking Treant. I had 5th pick for some reason. I specifically picked Treant because I think Treant can handle Enigma pretty well, but you can do this with a lot of supports. The play style, no matter who you are, is the same. This video is going to have a lot of talking to start, guys, but I want to set the stage so that then we can just see it happen. What you see on the screen right now is where Enigma likes to be. He will balance the wave up here, and then he will just keep playing there, because he's actually a bit of a slow hero. So it's possible to kill Enigma if he comes out too far. Now, the first wave or two, he will have to come out here, but eventually he wants to stay here. And what that means is that he cannot contest small pulls very easily, but he can contest hard pulls. We want to use the small camp, but not the hard camp, unless we absolutely have to. But we'd actually rather block this hard camp, because in the first minute or two, Enigma and his position 4 will be stronger than the carry and the support, because he is denying range creeps, and we can't, there's just no camps, there's nothing to do. He is just stronger at the start. Because of that, you want to block the hard camp. So I start with a sentry. This is dual purpose. 1, if I think they have blocked this small camp, I will use it immediately to unblock this small camp. You must have this small camp to be able to play against Enigma. Why are we stuck on this talent? There we go. If it's not needed to unblock the small camp, you can then use it to block the hard camp. In this game, I will just body block the hard camp. That's also an option. A little easier for me as Treant because I can walk through the trees to do it. Clockwork's job, the enemy 4, their job when you play with an Enigma is just to stop me from doing pulls. My job as the 5 is to just keep trying to do pulls and funnel resources towards Enigma. You need to get whatever levels you need as a support. So, like, for Treant, I need level 2. If you were someone else, like, say, Warlock, who has heal level 1, I think you could probably be fine with just level 1. And the goal is to get your carry the ability to jungle pretty quickly. So for Terrorblade, I want 3 or 5. And then, if this lane sucks, like we tried our best, and it still sucks, he can go to the jungle, and he will farm efficiently there, and I will stay here, and I will absorb what I can, and I will catch up on levels and experience at that point. Now, the reason I said, like, we'll do our best is because if Clockwork keeps blocking this camp, and possibly this camp, there's just, like, actually not much you can do. You have to just keep Terrorblade safe, like, stand back here while he farms up here, as the creep wave is, like, in this area. You know, be nearby if Clockwork goes in, and protect him that way. And that's Dota against Enigma. The items I have are meant to be passive. I know I'm not going to be doing too much or to be too active. So I have the Clarity for when I'm doing a lot of pulls. I have the Sage's Mask to keep up the constant heals. Oh, by the way, this ward. So another way you can protect your carry is to just spot the 3. Now, I would have preferred to have it somewhere back here, but I ran into Clockwork as I was walking to lane over here. So I ended up putting it up here, hoping that they wouldn't get this. And this would still scout this area. So this is where the lane will be played. And then Clockwork will sometimes be standing here. So if the lane is here, Terrorblade needs to be in here to farm. And he's at risk of the Clockwork running in from the side while I'm doing a pull. So having a ward here will scout that. I would still prefer it to be, like, further down. But because I ran into the Clockwork, I wanted to play it safe and try to put it a little further out. So I am still playing near the lane. You'll see Clockwork comes to block. We talked about that. He knows his job. And then I'm going to block the hard camp. I think it's okay if both camps spawn. It's okay to leave both up. If you have the choice, I would just let the small camp spawn. Because I saw him blocking the small camp, I definitely wanted to block the hard camp. The reason for that being is that he'll just make use of the hard camp in a way that we can't. Because he is stronger than us. He's denying creeps. He's got all these Eidolons. I don't want to contest him there. I'll probably die. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Clockwork saw me saw me body block this, but dropped a sentry anyways. And actually, possibly because he saw me have a ward when I walked in, and he knows this is where he would want to see it. And so I ended up putting the ward up there, and you'll see it actually was just outside. So actually, way to go, Zach! Nice! It's kind of, I think Clockwork knew this is also what I want to see with my ward. But because the camp still hasn't spawned, I'm still just playing the lane, trying to deny creeps I can, take some pressure off TB. I'm going to block the hard camp here in a second, barely make it in. But now I know the small camp is up, and so I have heal. I can start to carry out the game plan. Funnel resources to Terrorblade and try to do pulls. I almost messed it up, but we make it. Or we would have made it if Clockwork didn't come and stop it. So that is just how it's going to go, but you still have to try. You have to try to pull as much as you can and try to stack maybe if you have a chance to do that as well. If Enigma is going to remove farm from the game, we can try to balance it out by adding farm into the game through stacks. So now that I know Clockwork isn't here, I see him over there, I'm going to stack instead this time. So why did I choose to stack instead of pull? Well, because of the timing. I tried to pull earlier, it got stopped. Now it is 2:47 is when I could have pulled. I could have pulled this wave. If I had done that, let's say I pull half them. So I deny 2 creeps, great. But then this camp isn't going to spawn between 3 and 4 minutes, which means I have half a small camp left to do maybe 1 more pull. And that it doesn't feel the best. I want to be able to do as much as I can. And to do that, I need as many small camps as I can. So if I had done this 2:17 pull, great. I could then have killed this camp, let it respawn, and pull again. Or I could have stacked it at a 2:55 like I am now. But because I got the first pull blocked and now it's 2:47, I didn't want to pull yet. And especially because the wave is actually in an okay spot. Terrorblade is near our tower. This is relatively safe. It had been in up here. I might have done the pull at that point and maybe let the hard camp spawn and then try to connect that pull. But I really don't like having to do that. I may have done a half pull if I really had to. But I actually think I still may have just tried to stack it. You see I stack it into the hard camp because I just don't want them to be able to use it. Barely help this Terrorblade survive. And all this region I have, because I am playing to the side, it's not for me, it's for the Terrorblade. He's taking more harass because I'm not in the lane. All my regen is headed towards him then, as much as I can. That's actually the second salve I bought. I used one salve earlier because of the lane, and I bought that one specifically for this reason. I knew that he might take a lot of damage while I am away from the lane. And they tried to go on him because they knew I was over here. Now, while Clockwork is dead, you'll see now I can pull the whole wave while he's gone because I stacked this camp. And now Enigma has denied however many ranged creeps and melee creeps. And now I have denied a couple from them. They come and get the XP from the very end, but I get the deny. And so now I've started to balance out the XP per minute. You see I funneled resources into this Terrorblade. He is above the Enigma. And I'm a little below the Clockwork, but it's fine. I'm just a position 5. It's okay. And I'll catch up later. Somehow. It'll vary in the game, but like somewhere I will catch up. Still blocking this camp. I just don't want them to use it. Here we go. I try to do another pull. Clockwork comes to stop this one. I was trying to get these killed off so that they could spawn at 5 minutes without me really having to do much. And then we're back to laning. Okay, I couldn't pull for a little bit. I'll come over here. Oh, he looks fine. Okay, I'll give him the XP, and I'll get ready to pull or stack. I don't remember what I do here, actually. Looks like I decided to do a pull. The Clockwork comes and tries to stop it. I managed to get some of it. I give up the rune here, but I can't really... You can't really contest a Clockwork for a rune. It's not like I really had a choice. And then here, I am just denying creeps. I probably should have gotten that last hit and then gotten the creeps instead. And now that I saw Clockwork walk away, with 2 of us, with the Terrorblade at a decent start because of how we've been playing, now we can make use of the hard camp. I didn't block it again for this reason. I know that now he's gone. Now we are strong enough to start to use this. I didn't want to use it in the first couple minutes. I saved it till now. Enigma actually ends up walking too far, gets baited by this courier here, and so we're able to kill him. Exactly like we said. The hero itself is not that strong, and it's quite easy to kill when you get him out of position. And at this point, we are quite strong, so being here is out of position. In the first minute or two, maybe that's not out of position. Now, while he's dead, we're going to stack this and pull. That way we're adding farm into the game, denying some stuff from Enigma. If the lane... At this point, we're doing pretty well for ourselves. But if it hadn't been going so well, and you manage to bully out Enigma a little bit, like this will help to even the playing field instead of just getting yourself ahead. I can leave it to Terrorblade, and I can do the same thing. I'm looking to deny farm from Terrorblade, and I'm going to start catching up myself by getting these small camps. And while it's dead, right here, both camps are gone. I have nothing to do. If one of them was alive, I could keep looking to... If this hard camp's alive, I can look to pull this creep wave into that, or do a connected pull. I have nothing else to do. I'll go stack. Add more farm into the game. At this point, we've won. Not the whole game, but the lane. Enigma is 5. Terrorblade has just hit level 7. This is fantastic. Terrorblade will just continue to farm as he can. We can just watch him. He'll just be farming, and I can now do whatever because he's strong enough. This is just how you approach Enigma. At least one way to approach it, in my opinion. It may not always go this smoothly. Like, sometimes the enemy 4, like we saw Clockwork try to contest us, but maybe he doesn't rotate away and he keeps blocking us, and that's rougher. But it's still the same idea. We try to get resources to Enigma so we can do what he's doing now. He's strong enough to jungle. He's decided playing against Enigma, not that fun. I'm going to go jungle. No matter who it is, Terrorblade, Ursa, Drow, what do you need to ditch this lane? All right, I'm going to do everything I can to funnel what we do get from these denied creeps. I'm going to give it all to you so you can go farm up and carry. We will catch up somewhere, probably in this lane when our carry leaves. In this case, we did so well that I just left and let Terrorblade do both, but this is kind of like best case example. In worst case examples, I'm probably down here preventing Enigma from taking this tower as long as I can, while the carry goes to farm in the jungle, and that is pretty common too. But I wanted to show this. I thought this was, it wasn't just straightforward. We had some little contesting, Clockwork here, like blocking stuff, but that's how you adapt to it and play this lane. So I hope that'll help you next time you run into an Enigma. Let me know any questions. Good luck out there. Bye.